Hello everyone, I'm Coyote Jack, and well, you heard this one, and I'm just going to give you my 5 cents opinion in this shit show from the pricing of man, Nintendo Switch 2. It's an over expensive piece of plastic that also is trying to push the narrative of games that despite that we are not spending much budget and we already do creating these first party games. Oh man, we're still going to charge you even more. Let's see who are willing to put out with this. And then, well, the US tariffs all over the world, they are causing a lot of fucking destruction and on the stock market. And some of them that that they say, Europe deserves to be tariff too. Other countries, I perceive that they pull it out of their asses and they're still punishing for no reason. That's the way I see it. I can be wrong. You you can check on that one and well, check who deserves it or who doesn't. When it comes to the tariffs all across the entire world, but well, since this is the main point of the tariffs, Nintendo has delayed Switch 2 pre-orders in the US to assess the recent tariffs impacts. So there is this speculation since they already announced that it was $450 for the base edition. Another extra $50 if you want to play Mario Kart World. And well, the tariffs kick in. Oh man, what did they say? Like 30%? Because China? Because let's not fool ourselves. Part of the components that are put in this piece of plastic, just like with the previous one, just like we went with X-Bone, Peace Nickel, all of these consoles, even even the previous generation, they're not fabricated inside the US, nor they are fabricated in Japan. No, they use most of those components in China, and because of that conflict, that business war that the US has started, let's see how that works out. Whatever is in the favor of someone, so others one. That's to see. But that's what I mentioned this because it comes to play since the this Nintendo Switch is speculated to rise between 670 and a half 750 dollars. So a very big price hike has hit this console. And why it is important that they are delaying the pre-orders in the US? Because there are two main theories in all of this. That probably there is some Nintendrons that are finally waking up, that they are not going to spend on an overpriced piece of plastic when you can have something like the Steam Deck, which is a fucking PC, even if it's underpowered, or even the Rock Ally, man, even with the tariffs. Compared to that, an Asus Rock Ally, despite all of the anti-consumer practice that company has been receiving, well, they have been doing, and people have been reporting. In all of this, it's a better option to have a PC. I'm glad I got one before all of this hitting because even if I know I bragged about having a gaming laptop. Even you can say, oh, why would you play games on a laptop? Well, it has an NVIDIA RTX. I think it was to 2040. Yeah, that one. And well, I'm not going to play the over unoptimized piece of garbage that is the how is it the AAA nowadays, the Western, and also from Japan because Japan has been going walk and downhill for quite a long time. But well, I'm getting out of topic here. The main point here is important for the US. Nintendo is for the US. Nintendo is it has the top priority to sell this into US because are the biggest consumer market on the planet. There is no denial that that's the reality. Yeah, they consume quite a lot, and that's where the top earnings this company receives. So if the tariffs comes in, and that if they end up pricing it, they are delaying the pre-orders because they say, "Oh fuck!" Because of the tariffs, we are going to lose money with our overinflated $450 price tag on the console. Well, because of tariffs, if they're delaying it, we can say, yeah, we are eating the tariff. But no, I don't think that's going to case. You know what I think is going to happen? They are going to make the consumer pay the tariff. They are going to make them eat it. Oh man, that I think that they're going to say, oh well, it's now 600 because of the tariffs. We can allow to do that. Just blame your government and all that. And well, that's one thing. And the other one is if the US ends up negotiating within China and Japan, both I consider both in this case because yeah, if despite that Nintendo is outsourcing components to China, the manufacturing scale I mentioned, but still Nintendo main headquarters they are still in Japan, despite all the fucking stupid Westerner decisions they have been doing thanks to Nintendo of American Hero. But well, putting that aside, I wanted to get out that thing out of my chest. If they come to a deal and they avoid the tariffs and the price increasing is not happening, and Nintendo ends up still selling the narrative that because of the inflation and tariffs we are going to now charge even more. The pricing is not working for us, but hey, we didn't do the pre-orders because we didn't want to, quote unquote, trick the customer and scam them. No, no, we are not doing that. Uh, man, it's just going to be nuts. Yeah, get a PC. Or even I have to say, I already said it. I'm going to repeat it again. Nintendo made even Sony look not so greedy because they take the fucking full mile, man. And even I have to say, since they are pushing all this to internet connection through all the DRM verifications and all that fucking crap, you can say, oh, but PC has the same shit. But well, PC has ways to circumvent that. And even having the better version from the 7 Seas. Even on the Steam Deck, I have seen people playing Need for Speed Carbon on that handheld PC. I perceive that Nintendo is going to make the Nintendrons to eat the tariff, and even if the tariff can be avoided at the end of the pre-order starts, man, they're even going to say, oh, but because of all of those factors, we cannot risk it. We have to sell you that piece of plastic for 670 or 70 and $750. It's insanity. It's insanity in all of this. It, and from locking a button from the Joy-Con behind a paywall subscription, paywalling updates, technical graphical updates. Uh, oh man, the price hike on the digital and the physical editions. The physical editions just being fucking keys, or even just fucking inserting the cartridge and then redeeming a code. Just let you know the same shit that we dunk on Xbox. Yeah, I really hated Xbox. Despite I came from the Xbox 360 when they tried to pull that shit in 2013. I remember, man. I remember that shit show. And Nintendo's doing it. And because they know full well that the competition is on ECAP, just they do this greedy stuff. Full and beyond, like no other. And they are giving the win to Steam. They are giving a fucking win to Gabe Newell while he's doing nothing. Or even the hentai games, they are just winning by just doing nothing and just getting their stuff getting by. I don't know how do you take this one, but yeah, I believe that the price hike because of the tariffs is eventually going to happen. At that point, let's see how much or how many Nintendrons are going to put up with this bullshit. I have to say, yeah, I don't have hopes for them. I don't perceive them as someone with actual and intellectual, rational thinking to say, you know what, I don't want to support this shit. It's too expensive. Even I can get other stuff for a better price when it comes to video games. Yeah, find alternatives. Because if the company, yeah, because of your loyalty, yeah, imagine that loyalty just goes to screw you up so hard. But that's my peace of mind here. I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching and please take care.